Peace Reflections. You're over here with Tarithia. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button because we are here talking about Zeus creation. We are here with Rashad Jamal, babe. We got to hear what he has to say. We have to hear what he's got a lot to say about these fallen angels before they fell and broke their wings. So go ahead, get your roll up, get your pull up. If you don't do either, come on in with my crew reflection. I'm not gonna say you the best ones in here, but your head is clear. Your head is clear because we over here talking about the fallen ones. We are talking about the fallen angels before the Garden of Eden reflection, before Lucifer decided he don't want to oversee the human creation reflection. Okay, we're going back to the creation story. Now, this video, we're going to actually listen at what Rashad Jamal has to say about Zeus and his army. Okay, some of you know him as Zeus' army, some of you know him as the angels of darkness, some of you know him as the angels of chaos reflection, but whatever you call them, the game is still the same. All right, so make sure you join me back tonight as well, because we're actually going to be finishing up our book. Well, we're not finishing up, we're in the middle of the book Created. We've actually been reading this book. It's called Created, and it's about the Garden of Eden. Well, before the Garden of Eden, and how Lucifer decided, baby, he was fucking greatness and he didn't want to follow what Source said. Lucifer said, listen, I'm finna get me an army around here. I'm finna get a little piece of an army because I don't feel like, you get what I'm saying, we becoming our best of selves. I don't feel like we reaching greatness. That's what he said, reflection. That's what he said. And in the book, he done took Malachi as, guess who his first apprentice is? Malachi. Okay, so if you were into things like that reflection and you want to hear more about how Lucifer got Malachi ass in that trick bag, then you go on ahead and you join me back. You join me back later on tonight. Okay, right now hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, go on ahead, get yourself together, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna hear about what Rashad Jamal has to say about Zeus and his creation. Okay, reflection. We're back. I hope everybody is ready so we can go on and get started because we are over here with Rashad Jamal. And again, if you want to access more of his content, like what we're talking about today, because this isn't the full lecture, but if you want the full lecture, you can definitely go over to his page on YouTube, to Rashad Jamal, theuci.com, www.theuci.com is in the description box below, reflection. So with that being said, we actually checked out part one last week. So you can go and check out part one of last week. I'll link it in the description box below. It's where I'll try to pin it in the comments, reflection, so you can kind of easily find it, but it's in the video tab, all right? Or you can go to the playlist tab, Rashad Jamal, and you can find it as well if you want to access part one. But right now we're on part two. And if you just came in, go ahead, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, reflection. It's literally free, okay? And you just never know what we're talking about, all right? So with that being said, Rashad Jamal is about to tell us what's going on with Zeus ass. Did Zeus step outside himself? Did the most beautiful angel listen? Was he not getting enough praises? Did nobody not give him enough hugs? So let's see what's going on, reflection.
This is how we got there. But at first it was just the goddesses, and then the original 23 sciences, and then everybody else started coming after that. So he has a high understanding because he was there. But he fell in frequency though. He fell. He stepped outside of himself. He went against nature. So you got to understand that He went against nature. This is why his creations are out here. This is why his creations are out here. Hit it for another one for me, saying anything. This is why his creations, they are out here against nature. When Zeus decided to start this whole war, it all sprung from him creating this energy of what we now know today as jealousy. Because he stepped outside of himself.
You ever heard somebody say, Reflection, you got that takeover spirit? Little piece, they be like, you got that devil in you, baby. You got a little piece of that Satan, that Saturn energy, and yes, you do. You got that takeover spirit, Reflection. So now we know what they mean when they was talking about the takeover spirit. They was talking about Zeus. He was the first takeover spirit there was. I think that's what he's saying. Hit the like and subscribe button.
He started looking at us crazy. He's like, why I gotta praise these niggas? And fuck just praising me. I want something to pray to me. Because when we praising each other, we wasn't praying to each other. That's the difference.
Zeus said, listen, I ain't got time to play with y'all. If y'all are, Lucifer said, if y'all don't want to worship me, then it's just fine. If you mad because I'm the most beautiful, this is probably what he was saying. I don't even know, Reflection. He probably said, because he had that takeover spirit. He had a little piece of takeover spirit. He said, listen, if you don't want to praise me, that's fine. I'm the creator anyway. I be around here, not the creator, but you get what I'm saying? I'm sitting next to him. I already built me a throne and everything. I'm trying to sit it right next to his shit. Her shit, his shit, whoever you believe in, Reflection. Lucifer said he was gonna get in there and whip up some things. He was finna create his own creation, Reflection. That's why this is called Zeus's creation. Zeus said he wanted something else to worship him. He said he don't need y'all ass to worship him. He said he'll get in there and create some shit. Now that's their takeover spirit. That's a takeover spirit.
We praised each other. We didn't pray to each other. We prayed to ourselves. We connected with Source because we are all Source. We are all one. So we are all one. There can be no power higher than you other than Source that created you. But we are Source and Source is us because we come from Source. Already set up. We spoke the most beautiful words to each other. Just like today. If somebody give you a compliment, it make you feel good, man. Yes, it do. Especially somebody you don't know, you feel good.
Reflection. Zeus said it was boring. He got tired of saying good shit to people. Zeus said, y'all can't evolve like this. Lucifer said, whoever you want to call him. Saturn said, listen, we can't evolve telling each other good shit because you ain't always good. Why do I gotta always tell you great shit? Why do I always gotta find the best version of you and try to pull it out? You need to know how to pull your own version out. We finna introduce the concept of self. I think that's what they were saying, something like that. I don't know, because he got the takeover spirit, Reflection.
Now imagine people walking up to you every single day, all day, by the thousands and hundreds of thousands, giving you good words of energy like that. It's energy. Remember, it's energy. What would it do to your vibration? It raises your vibration. And the faster you vibrate, the more you radiate, the higher you go in frequency. This is where the power is at. So this is why we were so high. We never spoke negative to one another. We never even cracked jokes on one another. We never stole from one another, lied, anything. That was nature. That's our nature. To be kind, generous.
let's stop and let's talk about that because it's a deep meaning in that. You know, we the decoders over here, Reflection. If this is your first time at the night school, hit the like and subscribe button. We said we hovering over the UCI Reflection, but think about it though. When you joke, even when you joke, remember what they say, people tell the truth within jokes, right? So when you joke on somebody or however it's different sayings for it, no matter what location you in. So if you talk about somebody or you just joking with them, you finding they flaws, right? You pulling that thing up out of them, whether you created it in a funny way, whether you created it in a joke, it's still you're finding their insecurity, you finding they flaw, you finding something. You're not saying good shit about them, making it a joke, Reflection. I never heard somebody say great things about somebody and try to make it a joke and funny. Usually it's a flaw. Sometimes it is, but most of the time it's usually your flaw. All right, Reflection. And some people they know how to laugh it off, but a lot of people, even if they know how to laugh it off, they thought that joke, if they can really decode in between the joke, that's going to stick with them. Okay, so that's an imprint of a flaw. Think about it like that. Reflection is bigger than what we think this is. Okay.
Love, full of cosmic love, not the fake love, the entity love where you got it, where you out here and how you doing crazy. But no, the real divine cosmic love, full of understanding. That's our nature. We was generous with one another. Everybody was in abundance. Nobody, nothing lacked. There was no low energy of lacking that wasn't created yet. It was true peace. Whatever you wanted, you created it. Wasn't no jobs. Wasn't no time. Whatever you want, you created it. And it's still that way in the Astrals. And on every other planet but here.
Mm.
But it wasn't like that originally. And Zeus, he was so against nature, he became so enraged, fused with jealousy. That's the energy we would call it today. Pride. These energies. Why? Because he did not want to go with the natural flow of order. He didn't like that. He got tired of it. He wanted to go against the order, against nature. Why? I don't want to have to say anything good to you all the time. Sometimes I want to say something different. He created that.
Zeus says, sometime I want to tell you, get your ass up out of my face. I ain't got time to say nothing great to you. Listen, whatever. You ain't even been on assignment, though. You want me to tell you great and shit, your sandals all golden and really they not on the other side. The Zeus was on that type of shit. He was on that because he's all seeing, Reflection. He be seeing because he's nosy. He be looking and shit. He be looking because he got the information. Because information is what? What's knowledge, Reflection? Was knowledge. Knowledge is power, right? And he knew that. Keep in mind, he was one of the most not only beautiful angels, he was one of the most intelligent angels. Reflection, shit, hit the like and subscribe button now. We talking about Mr. Takeover Spirit.
He created that. See? And as he began to put more of his energy into going against nature, he created this opposite, this split. Now you got your lower self. Because he created it when he stepped into that energy. And when he stepped into that energy, no longer did he want to be amongst his brothers and sisters, the gods and goddesses. He wanted to do his own thing.
He pulled a Michael Jackson on their ass. Reflection, remember when Michael? You remember when Michael, because they got the same name and shit, but they got the same name. You remember when Michael, Reflection, they said, Tariq, that is not, is it? You remember when Michael told Tito and the rest of his brothers and shit, listen, y'all need to get y'all slow moving ass out the way, because I'm finna be a star, I'm finna be a superstar, baby. Y'all, you get what I'm saying? With y'all, I was a star. I'm finna shine bright like a diamond. Cause he had that a little pinch of takeover spirit. You know when Michael get on the stage, he'll take over some shit. Reflection. I'm just saying.
So by the time we came to this planet to build it up, he already had his own agenda set up. This is when the fall began for him because he came down here on assignment. He was sent down here with us on an assignment to help strengthen the planet.
So it said Lucifer. Lucifer, take your ass down to the earth, and I need you to build that motherfucker because I know you're a good architect. Watch they ass and shit. Watch them because you know you get what I'm saying. They like to party and bullshit after they make 2 or 3 creations like they did something. I need you to watch them, okay? Because you the head. You get what I'm saying? Angel right now. You the head angel right now. So Lucifer said, yes, I got them. I got them because I know they got that. You get what I'm saying? Party and bullshit spirit. I know that. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to make sure everything is together. I'm going to make sure everybody is on assignment, baby. The whole time he had his hand behind his back. The whole time he was moonwalking and shit, reflection. He was getting ready to create a moon. Source didn't even say bring no moon down here. It wasn't supposed to be shit but a sun reflection. Wasn't supposed to listen. It wasn't supposed to be nothing but a sun. And it brought a whole moon reflection that said takeover spirit. Tell me.
Came down and did something completely different. And that's what he went wrong with Source at. They teach you about when they say he was kicked out of heaven, but they don't tell you really why. But the heaven, like I always told you all, the heaven they spoke of was not the heaven up in the sky somewhere, right here on this planet. He came down here with other scientists and other gods and goddesses with special different abilities to help build this planet up. But he wanted to turn it to a science lab. The other realms, the other 8 realms was in full function. But right here on Atlantis, we started to battle amongst ourselves a little bit because Zeus started all this chaos. We were creating to build the planet, and anything that one of the gods or goddesses would create, Zeus, aka Satan, would come and he would tear it apart, like he do today. If you create a cow, he would go kill a cow. The cow you created, and now he then killed it, and he working on the cow in his lab to make his own little experiments. That's what he was doing, and he was doing it to the whole multitude. But he also knew the effect it would have on us. It was causing the gods and goddesses that was here frequency to lower because we was, it would lead to different arguments amongst each other. Because it's not like when he did it, he was letting us know.
You know, we always been the same reflection. You know, we'll talk our shit in a minute. We'll talk our shit after we sobered up from partying and bullshit and whatever. Reflection to the next rise. We go, is that my cow? So I'm just saying though, Ochusi. I'm just saying, your aim ain't never been good. Your aim ain't never been shit. You done shot my cow. You done put the bow and arrow through my damn cow. Well, what happened to the cow then, Ochusi? You better tell me something because everybody know. I don't care about your aim always good. This time it gotta be wrong because it's a bow and arrow in my cow, and everybody know that you are the one. Reflection, that's how they was. We don't play that shit. We don't play about nothing we done created. If you was jealous, if you want to know how I created the cow, Ochusi, that's all you had to ask me. You didn't have to come over here. You get what I'm saying? The whole time, reflection, it was Zeus. The whole time it was Lucifer. Lucifer was in the background creating chaos. He said, out of chaos, come a little law and order. Come a little law and order. That's what he said. Reflection. What do you think? That takeover spirit. He got that takeover spirit.
That it was him. You see? So when he did it, you didn't know who it was. Then they came and stole your creation. Stole your contribution back to the ancestors and the source. All that to start chaos. And then eventually we caught on. We're like, oh, this nigga, it's the nigga stealing everybody and killing everybody animals. And when he was doing all that, he was doing that because he was working on his own creation, these human beings. But what was his reason for creating them? He created the human being race strictly to destroy us. You see, that was all part of him falling in frequency. He launched an attack against his brothers and his sisters. And when we caught on, we was ready to hurt him. Really do something to him. But we couldn't because he was so high ranked up. So we ended up taking him to Cosmic Court.
Lucifer said, what? Yeah, okay, I may put the bow and arrow through the cat. But I'm saying, though, what's your spiritual rank is? What's your spiritual rank? Hold on now, wait a minute. You better follow cosmic law with this motherfucker. You better follow cosmic law. Well, take it to court then. Take it to trial. Take it to cosmic trial, because listen, it's not about whatever. It's not about what you know. It's about what you can prove, baby. I told you whatever. When I get up there, I'm going to tell him I ain't do it. I'm going to tell him I ain't do it. Listen, I'm going to bend my words and shit, because you know I'm good at bending words. You know he good at bending words and shit. Reflection, what do you think? Do you think he was with that takeover spirit once they caught his ass red-handed behind his back? Reflection. Do you think Lucifer got on that tough shit? Lucifer asked them what their rank was. Lucifer had to remind them, reflection. What I said, remind them, reflection, that he was sent down here to watch they ass. He is the one that's doing the watching, and they the one partying and bullshit. Lucifer told him, listen, y'all ain't made shit but 6 creations since you been down here. You ain't made number 6 butterflies since you been down here. Oh, Trucy, you ain't shot down nothing but shit 3 eagles since you been down here. Talking about you gonna make them into a phoenix and shit. Talking about you, see, you don't even know the phoenix is before the eagle. See, that's the shit I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about, because y'all been partying and bullshit. But I ain't tell Source nothing. I didn't run up there and tell Source shit, but y'all want to go run and tell Source, because I know. You get what I'm saying? Shot a little bow and arrow through a cow. Reflection. You think that's what Lucifer said? Because you know he got that, what? He got the takeover spirit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You think in court now is the real court? No, the real court is the cosmic court. They're trying to emulate the cosmic court, but on a lower frequency level. So, when we took him to court, because he was ranked so high up, the source and the elders didn't want anything to happen to him.
Reflection. Lucifer walked in cosmic court with his black and gold trench coat and shit. Reflection. He said he looked over there to the left and looked to the right and shit with his hands behind his back and shit, because he wasn't worried about this shit. Because he knew his rank was high. He knew he had put in that work, reflection. He really wasn't worried about shit. This shit, you get what I'm saying? Reflection. He wasn't worried about shit. Do you think he should have been worried though? Do you think Lucifer should have been worried that these angels, they finna tell on his ass? They are finna tell that he has been down there fucking with creation. He has been down there going against cosmic law. Reflection. You know you can't go against cosmic law. What do you think? What you think they finna say? What you think the ancestors are gonna say about what you think they finna say? Reflection. They said, who to read the ancestors? Reflection. The circle of 9. What do you think they finna say about Lucifer getting off code?
But they also respected where we came from and understood that what he did was wrong. It was against nature. So he was cast out to his own part of the universe. 6 universe. His own part of the multiverse, rather. Where he could completely create his own whatever. Do whatever you want to do, free will there. But even though he was told to go to the 6th universe, the source had already still given him permission to come back and forth from the 6th universe. So that means even though he's in the 6th universe, he could have still traveled to the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 8th, 7th, 9th, because we're in the 9th universe right here. We're located right now in the 9th universe. This is where we are located at. But
Lucifer said, listen, he got in cosmic court. They gave him a sweet deal. Gave him a good plea deal and shit. Reflection, because they said, we know you been down there. They already gave us evidence, Lucifer. You know we all seeing anyway. We looked down and we already knew that there wasn't no Trucy that shot the bow and arrow through the cow. We already knew that. We seen you was down there creating a little chaos. Now, since your rank is high, You got good spiritual ranking. You know what I'm saying? You shine bright like a diamond and shit. You shine bright like a diamond. We like them gold sandals she got on, man. We like them gold sandals, but at the same time, and don't take your ass back over there. Now you can go visit and shit. You can go visit and shit, but listen, I'm finna give you a whole nother little rim and shit to run. I'm finna give you because he was a little spoiled reflection. He was a little piece of spoiled. He was a, you know that saying, spare the rod, ruin the child type shit. He was a little, they spared the rod with his ass too much. They spared the thunderbolt with his ass reflection. And you get what I'm saying? He got his own other rim. He really didn't even get in a whole lot of trouble. They just told his ass, listen, you can't stay, but you can visit. You can still come in, visit and not in again. You got 6 to 9 hours and get your ass the fuck up out of there. Don't let that sun sit in your ass be there. Because we know how you get when the sun shit set. We know how you get when the sun and shit set. You better take your ass back to the 6th universe, baby. That's what he probably said, reflection. That's what they probably said. And Lucifer, because he got that takeover spirit. He didn't care about none of this shit, reflection. He said he ain't relocate nowhere. He not already got some plans down there for Earth. He not finna relocate nothing for the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden finna be right here. Right here. That's what he said, reflection. He was trying to go against cosmic order. See, I told you. He had that what? Takeover spirit. Hit the like and subscribe button there.
And he was still able to leave outside of the 6th universe after court. We had to come back to the planet. We all came back to this planet. He was told to leave. Because he had little, it was a community. So he had friends here and people here that, okay, we come back, okay, then you gotta leave. But when we got back, he didn't want to leave. This is what got him completely banned and kicked out of what they want to call heaven. This is when he got banished to the 6th universe. Because up to that point, when we came back, he still could have moved around. But when we came back, he went against a direct order that was given to him from source. They say, hey, you down there trying to destroy the planet. You're not trying to help it up the planet, so we need you to leave. We're not going to eradicate you. We're not going to banish you. But you need to leave and you go to your own universe and you have your own free will there. But when we came back, instead of him leaving, he kicked off a whole war. So when he kicked off that war, he fell in frequency. Because he kicked off the war with us. Because when he didn't want to leave, we was at odds to force him off the planet. And then that's when the war kicked off. When they tell you
between me and you, reflection, they been wanting to do something to Zeus. They been wanting, how they been wanting to touch you. They been wanting to touch you, but they knew you don't. All right. Okay, now, because you got to keep in mind, reflection, Zeus was not hated. He had a little something behind him there. He had a little piece of angels behind him in the upper and the lower heavens, reflection. So he won, you'll get what I'm saying, but at the same time, he had a big ass head. He had a big head and he had a big ass ego. You'll get what I'm saying, that type of shit. Keep in mind, he was the first one to say, listen, I don't want to tell you that you good because your ass really ain't. You really ain't good all the time. I just wanted you to know that. He wanted them, reflection. When everybody thinking it, when all the other angels are thinking it, but he the one that said it, reflection. He the one that said it.
Bible that he took a third of heaven with him. He took more than that. He took 2/3 of the gods and goddesses that was here on the planet with him. There was more people fighting with Zeus against us than that was fighting with us against Zeus. 5,400 live viewers, welcome to.
You gotta think, reflection. This was the golden child. This was the one shine bright like a diamond. This was the one that had the most beautiful voice throughout the heavens. You don't think everybody, reflection. Come on now. He was the angel of music. We like to party. We still the same, reflection. We love a good beat, baby. We love a good beat. He was the first originator of sound, reflection. Do you hear what I'm saying? A frequency. When they say, blessed beyond measure, reflection, that's a whole frequency. It's a whole bigger meaning behind it. Reflection. Where do you think all that came from? Hit the like and subscribe button. We over here with the King is here. The King is here. He's telling us about Zeus and these damn angels.
Higher cosmic forces that was back home had to come join the war, and he fought against them. So it's like he went against the whole species. Then it was like, okay, he all the way rebelled, but he took so many with him. And that's how the human beings get here, and that's how we get this reptilian Pleiadian alliance, because they did all that in the sixth universe, creating a lot of the human beings, infiltrating the reptilian species, because the reptilians wasn't a bad species originally, but when this war kicked off, a lot of species, even Arcturians who weren't bad, became possessed, if you would say, with all these different low vibrational entities, and most of these entities were working with Zeus.
You got to think, Reflection. Shit, the ocean. Okay, now I be telling y'all, it's a reason why it goes so far. It's deep and it's dark down there. Reflection is dark. You can't see shit. It's a scary place down there in the ocean. It's a reason why you can't go in them volcanoes and shit. Reflection, it's a reason. But out of a volcano, the lava and shit, what it create? Obsidian crystals. Who over obsidian crystals and shit? Reflection. It's a beautiful creation, isn't it? Listen, I can tell you some shit. We can tell you some shit over here, Reflection. Hit the like and subscribe, but we over here talking about Zeus says. We are talking about the Garden of Eden. I know people think it's above, but it's really not, Reflection. The Garden of Eden is right here, Reflection. We already in the garden. We already in the Garden of Eden. He already know. You get what I'm saying? You got to know where you at to know where we going. We got to know where we going. You fuck around, Reflection, think we finna go left and we going right. Think we supposed to be going right the whole time, Reflection. The sheep are going right. We supposed to be going left. Do you hear what I'm saying? So you hit the like and subscribe button. This is the angel of deception. That's what they said. That's what they said. Is it? What is deception though? Let's think about what is deception. Deception is when I think of somebody trying to deceive me, I think of like you have a hidden agenda. Like you trying to dress some shit up and make it real for me, but the whole time you have a hidden agenda. But keep in mind, even with the lie, you got to have a little bit of the truth. You will never believe a lie if it ain't got just a little pinch of the truth in there. So when I think of somebody again trying to deceive me, I'm thinking of somebody that has a secret agenda behind the agenda that they are trying to put in front of me. Okay, it's a difference in a lie and being deceitful. It's a difference in you lying to me, just flat out trying to lie to me, baby. You can tell me to go right, and you know damn well Susie Ann told you to tell me to go left. Okay, Reflection, that means you just flat out lying. Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean you have a hidden agenda. It could. You want me to go the wrong direction, but it's bigger than that. Okay, think about this. When Zeus created these beings, or when Zeus, let's not even go to when he created these beings. When Zeus had all these different species that align with him, Reflection, do you think that just happened all of a sudden? This shit was calculated. This was something he been planning, Reflection. He been planning to take this shit over. He been had that takeover spirit. You got to think he is a strategic thinker. Okay, you don't become the architect of half of the cosmos and shit. You don't become. Think about all of the creations that are around you, Reflection. Think about even when you pick up a leaf. Have you ever just picked up a leaf? The next time you just out ain't got shit to do. Just pick what I said ain't got shit to do. Just pick up a leaf, Reflection, and look at the texture. Look at the geometric patterns in the leaf. Just a plain ass leaf, some we step over, cut down, mow over, Reflection all the time. Something that simple is that complex. What do you think is around us? What do you think about the things that we can't even see, the things that we can't even, our mind can't even fathom or imagine? Reflection, think about that. Have you ever just thought about it, Reflection? When you ain't got shit to do, just think about it.
They were part of his army, so they didn't just take over the physical bodies of the gods here on this planet. They was taking over extraterrestrial races' bodies as well. Because remember, Zeus is one of the gods. He's a fallen god, but he's one of the gods. He's the head of the original 23 scientists. And I told you, the original 23 scientists created all these extraterrestrial races, all these different planets, all these galaxies. Just what we see is in the setup. And then after the setup was set up, then all the gods and goddesses we came, that the other gods and goddesses started coming and start to contribute. This God created this animal. This God created this mineral. This God, on and on. This goddess did this. This goddess, everybody start creating. As a whole, we built everything up. but the original outline was set up by the original 23 scientists. So in that sixth universe is with all that, with more rage and animosity and all this negative energy on his in his heart for us. In the sixth universe, this is where he set that intent. And this is where these human beings were created. The ogres that you see in Shrek were created here. The vampires that you hear about in legend was created here. The werewolves that you hear of legend were created here. Like, all this was taking place in the sixth universe. This is why it's natural for a human being to be violent, to be cannibalistic.
So let's stop and let's talk about this reflection. Let's stop and talk about it. So, but we're not gonna get into the cannibalistic thing right there, because I can take that a whole lot of different ways, and we'll have to be on Rumble for some shit like that. Because I can blow your mind, reflection. I make you sit back before you, like I tell people before you judge somebody else. You may want to sit back and really analyze what you do on a day-to-day basis unconsciously. Okay, reflection. It's a reason why when you go to restaurants, they say, do you want it raw? Do you want it well done? Do you want it medium done? Do you want it? When you ain't got shit to do, reflection, just sit back and think about it. Just sit back. What's my saying? When you don't got shit to do, just sit back and think. Just take yourself outside of the matrix, outside of the box, and really look at the world for what it is. Reflection, not what you want it to be, not what you're being told, not what the television, tunnel vision is telling you. Reflection, really look at it for yourself. Okay, really look at it with your own 2 or 3 eyes. You can see it with 2 now. The shift has happened. You can see it with 2. Reflection. Okay, this is not the same. Hit the like and subscribe button. All right, but we over here talking about how it all started. We're over here talking about Zeus. We're over here talking about Lucifer. We over here talking about the angel of light, reflection, okay, and how he was able to get 2/3 of the angels to fall with him. Now, keep in mind, we are reading The Devil's Apprentice, okay? It's called The Creator. It's actually about the fall, reflection. It's about before, when the angels had failed, before they failed, though. It's about how Lucifer was actually able to get these angels to actually fall with him. Okay, that's what the book is mainly about. So with that, in the book, Lucifer has now got Malachi to join him, right? So if you're familiar with the Bible and Malachi and different things like that, he has now got Malachi to join him. Okay, now, with that being said, in the book, this is very interesting. Malachi, who is an outside thinker, he asked Lucifer, what if this goes wrong? What if we need a plan B? And Lucifer told him, as long as you with me, you won't need a plan B. That spoke great volumes. Why do you think Lucifer said that? Why do you think Zeus said that? He said that, reflection. Keep in mind, this is a strategic thinker. He thinking all outside the box, okay? So with that being said, he knew even if they didn't win that war, when they failed, he was going to create what he wanted to create up there as above. He was going to create it below. That's why you got to know where you at to know where you're going. All right, reflection, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, and I want you to join me back later on tonight. Okay, I'm probably do it 2 hours after this video, or 3 hours, so you can kind of get settled. And we're actually going to read more about Malachi and how Lucifer actually got these angels to fall with him, reflection. Okay, you're going to listen at why they call him the angel of deceit, not the angel of lies, but the angel of deceit. All right, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button if you haven't already, because you're over here with Taretha and we are talking about Zeus's creation. Until next time, I